Hello, it's Stray Kids Day. And I'm baking banana bread. I've got some cupcakes. I'm gonna make them cupcakes, but I've got brownie bananas. I've got no money to buy food. I need to eat as much as I can before I go, but I thought, because I didn't actually tell my parents I was going, I'm gonna leave them some baked goods to just make them feel a bit better. Bringing out my DJI today, because if I start on the DJI, I need to go through with the DJI, but then I can't take the DJI with me to London because they will confiscate it at the door to get into the kids, because they're wising up, they're wising up. Maybe like a year ago, I could have gotten away with it before everyone, and then mum bought a DJI and everyone started knowing what a DJI was. This is what I'm talking about for context. It's just one of those mini vlog cameras. I have one, but I usually keep the handle, so mine's a bit longer. But these are kind of discreet in how you can like kind of maybe sneak them in. But yeah, people know what they look like now, so it's going to be a lot harder for you to sneak one in, especially if you've got one of the ones that the screen flips, which I think is the Osmo Pocket 3. I have the Osmo Pocket 2. Oh, I'm so excited. I saw them last year at Hyde Park, so this is my second time seeing them, which, you know, how greedy, but like, I paid for it with my money, so it's fine. I'm not buying any merch because I already bought merch from the JRP store for a different stop, because I thought their merch was better and I was worried what they'd bring to Europe. They didn't bring the one item I wanted, so I'm glad I already bought it. But I am buying merch from my friends. They've already sent me the money, I just need to pick it up, but yeah. All I gotta do is add the bananas to the mixture. I love when they peel so easy because that's when you know they're good. I really should be getting dressed, but I've got some food in the oven because obviously I don't have money to buy food. I've never taken a coach to a concert before, so it feels really alien to me. And so the journey begins. Right, so I'm on the way to the bus now. They've been working on this section and the ground is super smooth. If I still roller skated, I'd be here, even though it's probably not allowed. So the coach wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was a direct coach from our city centre to the place. The merch store was massive and crowded, very crowded. It took forever to get in there, but I got all the merch that my friends wanted. Right, we're outside of the stadium and I got given a peach riot, so let's unbox it. The grind does not stop, guys.
You're rolling. Hooray!
Right. Let's go.
Alright, take off my shoes off.
Wait, oh, the GG? I don't have any, I actually don't have a GG. Technically this is my second GG because I traded my first one, but we have a GG, I'm gonna stick her in my bag. The queue was something else. Me and my friend, we watched the queue for like 20 minutes and then we joined the queue and we were in there for like a good 40 minutes to the point where our friend Cody managed to join us in the queue, and she travelled from our city to the stadium and still we hadn't got in. It was a bit mad. But yeah, getting in, it was unreal. I managed to hand out all my freebies before the show started and we went to our seats, which were in the lower bowl section, like 100s. Last year I was in the pit, so it was a bit different, but it was my first time in 100 seats, so I was grateful for the experience. I'm always in the nosebleeds, so I didn't want to be there for Stray Kids. So where we were sat, we could see kind of down the side, so we could see behind the stage a little bit, which was crazy because we could see when all the members were like going up to the stage. I kept missing just as they got there, so I didn't get that footage. So one thing I never fault the boys on is putting on a good show. They were so good. But I don't know what it was about the Tottenham audio mixing, but there were parts of the show where we just could not hear them, which is no fault of the boys their own, but it brings up a larger conversation with me about K-pop and VIP tickets and soundcheck, because I really feel like soundcheck should be about checking the sound and not engaging with the fans, because then we would have been able to hear all of it. But yeah, I got to hear all the songs I wanted to hear, and then there was a moment where me and my mates are on the screen during this Chick Chick Boom sing-along part, and I was like, so my mind was blown. I was a little bit like, oh. Luckily this is one of the ones that I know all the words of the song, so it was good. I knew what I was doing. One thing I'm really happy about is we actually got the full concert experience, and that's with the balloons floating around. I was a little bit worried about what they would bring to like the European stops, because Europe never gets anything, you get paid dust, and it's always in the smaller venues. Luckily this was a massive stadium.
And they did the balloon walk, and I was so excited because we just don't get stuff like this. And I wish more K-pop groups would like bring some of their like Korea tour activities to the UK, whether it's the costume characters, extra dancers. Because I was thinking back to when I saw TXT, it took me a while to realise they had no dancers. It was just the 5 of them and the band in the background. And it's like, wait, where is the budget? Because you're on a world tour and there's no dancers, which obviously you don't need dancers, but when you see the videos from Korea and they've got these massive productions and you've got dancers, they've got characters on stage, they've got trains and whatever on the stadium, it just makes you feel a bit jealous. So I was really glad that Stray Kids brought all of this to the UK, and I didn't feel as jealous because we got to experience it, and it was just so good, and oh, I love them so much. And if they come again next year, best believe I will be there in the stadium. Heck, I might be in the pit again. All in all, it was a wonderful performance, and honestly, take me back. Take me back. I need to go back. I need to be at a concert at this caliber again. I need to be somewhere that's not in nosebleeds again. So if you guys would like, comment, subscribe, I can afford to not be in the nosebleeds. But yeah. Did you go to the show? If you did, what was your favourite moment? And what was your least favourite moment? Because for me, least favourite moment was the queue. It will always be the queue. Although I was mortified when Sunglin sang Cover Me and we didn't realise he wanted us to sing it back. Why? Because the audio was so bad. Oh, I felt so bad. And everyone was like clowning on London, but we had the energy. We were there. We were bringing it our all. We just couldn't hear them.
Unboxing.
Yeah, I know what I said about getting merch, but I didn't buy this at the concert. About a month after the concert, they were saying that they were going to be shipping out the merch. Actually, wrong. After the concert, they said they would be doing like a merch store online, so all the merch that was at the concert would be available online, and that's when I got it because I did feel FOMO. I felt immense FOMO about not getting merch on the day, and I actually did like this t-shirt when I saw it in person, so I had to get it. I had to do it. So
This feels small. What size did I get? I got a large. Like it'll fit, but I thought it'd be wider. That's so funny. And then this is the back. I thought it'd be like kind of puffy pink, but it looks different. Like this. It's like a crackly design. And then this is like that. I thought this was like smooth, but it's not. I'm still gonna iron it down because I've heard people had issues with the blue ones, so. Hello, let's talk about Stray Kids. So, this is quite a while since the actual show's been. I probably should have made this video a while ago, but I was waiting for this t-shirt to arrive. Backstory. On the day of the show, I had wanted to get some merch, but the show was literally like just before, like, I had not got money. None of this. I had gone into the merch store, I'd picked up some stuff from my friend, she paid me back for it. And then I'd wanted this t-shirt, and then a month or so after the show, they announced that, not even a month ago, it was like 2 or 3 weeks after the show, they were like, all the merch from the Euro sales will be available online, and it was available online, and then I ordered it, and then it arrived, and now I can make the video. Anyway, talk about Stray Kids and my experience at the Dominate tour in London, Tottenham Stadium. So, first of all, I go to a lot of concerts, but I'd never been to Tottenham for a concert, nor the football. I don't really support any football teams, so I have no affiliations anywhere. But I'd never been to Tottenham football stadium, and it was a new experience for me. Travelling there, me and my friend took a direct bus. There was a coach company that was going city to city, and they'd stop at one city, pick up some people onwards until they got to Tottenham. So for me, I came from MK, and we were the last stop on our bus. So they had like an overfill bus in case like they'd picked up too many people, and then we were direct to London. So it didn't take that long for us to get there. And then on the way back, we were the first stop. So it was a great trip back. And obviously the time discrepancies, you would think it would be a bit different because obviously traffic and stuff. But it took around the same time as it would have if we'd taken the train into London and travelled out on the tube. So travel-wise, it was a breeze. I don't know about how people found it on the tube because obviously I didn't take the tube. So on that, tick.
The stadium itself, it was a bit confusing to get around to because it was so big with so many different entrances. I'm not used to having to like walk around the entire building to find my stop. But we got there and I picked up a couple friends that we met on the way, and we were looking for each other, and like, yeah, it was quite big. We didn't quite pick up everyone that I was hoping to pick up on our way around, but we found some people and we gave out all our freebies. Like, I literally came back with like not a single freebie left pretty much, because I'd given them all out, and yeah, it was crazy. I got recognised by a few people, and I had a few people ask me to take pictures with them, which, insane, that's never happened to me before, but since that show it's happened a couple of times afterwards, and it's just like, okay, it's weird, but like, for someone with barely like 500 subscribers and then just about 5,000 people on TikTok, it was like, I was like, surely I haven't made this much of an impact on people. But obviously with the kind of videos I make, have been making, it's a lot of concept prep, which I'm going to start making them long form here, so it's a bit more longevity, and I'll make them into a playlist of like how to get tickets for X, Y and Z. But yeah, it was kind of crazy being there, meeting people and handing out freebies. The actual queue, so we did all that, we then joined the queue. Our entrance was 11 or 12. So the gate's here, and they're like, oh, the queue's down there. So we go from here all the way up here. When, mind you, this is like halfway up the stadium. We're still not at the end of the queue. We were thinking, do we join the queue or do we like wait for it to die down? Me and my friend, we stood to the side waiting for a bit, and we handed out some more freebies. I bumped into some of my friends who were going to their entrance. Their queue was a lot shorter than mine. But yeah, we watched this queue go past, and then like it wrapped around, so it was going all the way up. It wrapped around, and we thought, let's join now before it wraps around again, because we could see that happening very easily, because for some reason everyone was going through our gate. So we hopped into the queue, and we were in that queue for as long as we had stood watching the queue, essentially. So if we had just joined when we first started, we'd already have been in, but because we joined the queue so late, our friend Cody, who we got our tickets from, she got our tickets for us, so she was coming late, so that's why I ended up getting her merch. But by the time she arrived, we were still in that queue. So she just joined us in the queue, but we handed her her merch, and then we all went in. I had bought wagon wheels that day because I was starving, and sugar is my favourite thing in the world, so I'd eaten 2. I was starting to feel a bit sick, so I had 2 left, so I gave them to Cody and Nairi, her friend as well, and she's now my friend due to that show. But yeah, managed to get rid of all my snacks before we went in. But talking about going in, there was like no security. Like, well, all they said is open your bag. Looked in my bag, maybe walk through the scanner. That was it. I could have had a whole bottle of water in there and they wouldn't have known, because they didn't look. Because I'm pretty sure I had like some sweets in there. Like, sometimes they don't care about sweets, sometimes they do, but I had like a bunch of like other snacks in there and they just didn't care. And I was literally like, this is so lax. Like, I feel like I've never been to a concert where the security was that poor in my life. And I get that for our door, they were just trying to get as many people in as quickly as possible because they had messed up so badly. But still. And then once we got in, it was home free. We got to our seats easy. I still had a few freebies, so I then got out of my seat to go to the bathroom and then to hand out the rest of my freebies. They were banners being handed out, so I found the person handing those out, got a few for me and the girls sat down because we couldn't find them on our way in. I then saw them when I was out, but yeah, let me see if I've got them somewhere. I'm back. This is the banner we got, and that's what it looks like. And then this is the other side. So yeah, I managed to pick up these for me and my friends. My friend Jamie makes these, and she's starting a crochet business next year. And she made me this, and it's Bang Chan's Wolf Chan Ears. So I'm gonna wear them for the rest of the video. But yeah, our seats, delightful. We were kind of a side view, but because we were side view, that meant we got to watch the boys as they walked backstage up into the like back of the stage. Walk backstage. So yeah, that was really exciting because obviously we got to see them before everyone else got to see them. The dancers were stoked because we kept like hyping everyone up, and they were like waving at us, and like the boys, they like kind of waved as well, and it was like I kept missing out of just like as I realised what was happening, that's when I started to press record, but they'd already walked off. But because of that, we could kind of see what was coming when, like when the balloons were being moved to do the kind of like balloon walk. We could see the balloons and then we could see them disappear, so we knew it was coming. Ended up on the screen during like their kind of like fan VC moment where like they do like the dance challenges, and then they were like doing a karaoke bit and it would like pan into different fans, and me and my friends were on that one, and it was like, I'm there, they know who I am. But on the cinema screen I couldn't find my name, and I was like, did I put it on the wrong day? Like, it's not too bad, but like it did. I was like searching for ages. Like I slowed it down. I watched different angles to the point where I was starting to get a bit dizzy from all the like words moving. My favourite part of the show, like I liked Truman before, but after seeing it live, mind blown. Obviously as a Felix stan, I'm a Bakari girly. I love my Felix. The more Felix I get, the more I enjoy. But the stage was electric. I also liked Burning, Iron, solid work there. Where we were at the stage, we were like side on, so when the boys came to like our side, that's when we got the best kind of view of them. But they did spend a lot of the stage like either in the middle or at the far corner, like the far stage, which honestly I think it's great, because obviously the people who bought standing tickets, obviously there's the like close-up standing like at the main stage, but then they were standing near the secondary stage and there were like platforms outwards, which means that more people got to get that close-up experience, which I'm happy for people. But the videos I have are not the greatest compared to how close I got to them at Hyde Park. I don't think I'll ever get that close again, because tickets are getting more and more expensive and money is getting tighter, so I'm gonna forever cherish my Hyde Park memories. So if you wanted to see what I saw, I do have a playlist of concert videos on my page here, so you can go kind of watch those videos back, see how close I was. But yeah, it was incredible. And yeah, I think that sums up my experience. Oh, I wore like platform boots that kind of had like a heel to them. Yeah, I took those off. I was walking around Tottenham barefoot. Well, not barefoot, I had socks on. Probably not the best thing to do because there was a lot of broken glass. Like I'd occasionally put my shoes back on just in those areas, but yeah, as soon as I got home I threw those socks away, because yeah, I don't know what's on those socks. Did not want to know what was on those socks, and I'll probably save the shoes for less strenuous days out. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, leave a like. If there was a moment if you went to the Stray Kids show and there was a moment that you enjoyed the most, let me know what moment it was. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. Me and my son say goodbye. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. And if you want to find me anywhere else, just find me on TikTok or Instagram at NewRomantic with an X instead of an O in romantic. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day and bye.